I thought Leviathan had missed the window of opportunity there, but they actually weighed it out correctly.
It needed one of those. And you can see how devastating it is on the other side. Frustration
Right there.
in seeing that chance now get potentially shut down. This one that absolutely could tilt you.
Damage done on the bonus though. King looking to aggress back into this round.
Yeah.
Slowed down a lot by this setup in Garage though. The Nano Swarm doing a ton of damage to him.
So captivated with the concept of just taking out Buzz RB again. Shot goes astray. Has to fall away from this now. And looking at the early work, I guess they've forced Garage control back a little deeper. They've forced a, I guess almost a lobby control deeper. So this isn't bad work for Leviathan.
Look at this though. RB probing so deep actually forces Leviathan to reconsider. They almost expect this rotation to come through. Actually with a jump spot from Marco.
There we go.
Actually will reveal the presence here, but the Paranoia are going to absolutely stop them in their tracks.
And Buzz, he's got himself tucked in. Does he get checked? Donnie does. Good work. Diligent work from King. Good follow-up as well. Melza, they are still alive. Leviathan are not out of this yet. Ooh, DRX. Considering you got that operator out there with RB. Zest as well. It's a lot to be keeping control of in a 2v5. Ain't looking so likely. They are still fighting the fight here, Mike. And this is enough, right? With the way this started. Careful now. This is going to be, what, 6? It's not a long distance. They've looked good on this attack so far. The protocol list looks good.
I mean, they absolutely rolled DRX there, and that's the plan from the get-go. There's 3 players here to defend Garage and C. And it's actually a 5-man push down long.
Yeah.
DRX still lose out. Like I said, great timing on the Paranoia to completely shut down that hit, but King fully clears on the back of the fault line as well. Unfortunately there for Buzz, but brilliant clearance from Leviathan. Bring it within 4. Operator carried across. It's only a Guardian in the hands of Zest. No upgrade found anywhere. Potential here to put the Blade Storm to use, but curious to see. It's only a frenzy thrown in here. See Marco and Buzz considering.
Ooh, and a quick
I think
timeout.
that's, yeah, the timeout called.
There's no taking chances, I think, now, right? You've got those little bit of a glimpse of I don't want to say like map 1 Leviathan, but a stronger looking side here on this half, right? They've come back in, look pretty diligent, quick tune up for DRX, and probably the right call at this point.
Well, I mean, it does come back to that very basic, right? DRX are losing some of these key gunfights that, like I said, they're positioned to really absorb this C hit, but didn't really put up an awful lot of resistance. Other than the utility slowing it down, Leviathan's still fully committed behind it because, I mean, they're banking on having the man advantage, at least the numbers advantage hitting the site.
Yeah.
And nobody's done anything to stop it. I mean, Marco can't really swing on and make sure that Buzz can't get hard cleared. It's a difficult angle to really hold for your teammate if he's stacked behind that close box.
I don't know. Maybe later. I just want to play Valorant for a bit.
Pick up another position, maybe towards mid. Leviathan aren't really exposing themselves in the early round towards this A lobby.
No.
I mean, King with the satchel across, but
I don't know.
that was to create a little bit of pressure. So almost banking on actually DRX doing what Leviathan did very well on Ascent, which is actually finding these 3v1 engagements, pressuring the extremities effectively. Here on the minimap, you see it's stacked up. Leviathan, nobody on the other side of this. Zest will find something with the recon, but DRX roll the dice and actually miss out on this one.
Yeah, positioning for full retake potentially here. Side taken. King pops the ult, clears. No one's here anyway. You already saw them kind of falling back to these positions. Just sends it.
Spike planted.
Spike down.
No, there's food in the
Careful here not to get caught out. You want to see this
on the
being composed.
stove.
You want to see this being clean, and DRX are going to
It's
do everything
almost
they
done.
can to try and deny that.
Almost. I mean, it's
Try and do some damage.
30 minutes or so.
This is now a problem. Adverso forced to fight, and they've dropped
What?
down. DRX going to get 4 back to back. That is unbelievable from DRX.
I mean, blink and you miss it. That was one of the cleanest retakes you will see on A site. The fault line clears through, the aftershock comes down into hell, and they explode. I mean, Leviathan get absolutely swept off the site. That was beautiful from DRX.
I could watch that. I want to watch it back in
I don't
half
know what
speed.
he's
That was
doing.
beautiful. And again, you're
He
right.
went to
the
Walibi
pace
today.
is perfect. And
Walibi.
there's no comfort anywhere, but that first shot
So
from
I
Buzz
think
is
he's
exceptional. But
he's
every
laid
single
back
one of us
home.
had a place to be. Unreal. Unreal.
I mean, no stone left unturned
No.
yet. Something for every single corner.
Wow. That's gorgeous. RB straight away going to keep that momentum high. Connecting towards King. Buzz going to fall away. They've got that pick. They can now start kind of working the map as best they can. Read the rotations. Make Leviathan have to work for their dinner.
Tries in window so quickly though.
But Stax seems aware.
Yeah.
On the case so early. Connects perfectly. Shy gone. They're down to 3.
Mike actually making his way solo.
Oh, it's an amusement park.
Luckily wins out that engagement.
It used to be Six Flags, but they changed it and made it
They're aware of
stupid.
at least 2 players here. At least they should be. Flash is good, but Buzz still turns it. Buzz starting to hit some shots here. Melzer and Taco. Taco's on a very, very late look. I mean,
they know what Melzer is, that's the problem.
Yep.
So, with no pressure coming towards side, there should be a consideration for this, and I think that's why we see Zest tucked into backside. Wants to make sure there's no pressure coming back. Melzer, if he does get the kill, he's got his ultimate, he can retrieve that spike.
I'm hungry,
We're
man.
probably going to play this a little looser now. Looking for the bows to clutch, attempt at least.
30 seconds left.
That's why we're going to see Taco just hold his ground for the time being on A site.
there's such a time limit to this though.
Yeah, there is 20 seconds now, so
Yeah, the
that
window's starting to shut.
that window is closed.
Yeah, no one giving Melzer the chance or opportunity, and rightly so. You don't want to give them
10 seconds
moments
left.
to try and thrive in. And patience being displayed. Good work from DRX doing exactly as prescribed, but what a round again.
I don't want
DRX
to fucking
really
snap.
starting to find strength here.
And it does look a little disjointed now from the Vita. Like I said, Shy's there so quickly, he's got no support. Then Adverso's in a really weird spot where actually wins out a gunfight, but then he's solo with the spike.
Wait,
They're able to slow down Melzer on long. And
oh, this shit
do
is
good flashes,
funny.
but Buzz turns them perfectly.
Yep.
Make sure that there's nothing coming on the back of that. Timeout to consider.
Oh.
The last stand here for Leviathan. Scary position to be in as well. Buzz has that lockdown. They can lean away from A site a little bit now if they want to get proactive elsewhere. They have the Rolling Thunder to make that even easier, should they choose to. Leviathan do have a Rolling Thunder of their own. Couple of these ultimates, only one away, but again with this purchase, it just becomes so unlikely they're able to string something together. Good conversion factors, but they need to put themselves in an early advantage, or at least find their way onto a site.
Again, this is one of those that highlights what's so good about DRX, so strong about them, and also gives you a lot of hope for Leviathan in the future. But I feel like you're starting to hit those stumbling blocks of experience coming in. Simply having the reps, the depth, everything that you always accredit to teams with experience on these stages. They've done this more than once. This is a great debut. You're taking DRX to 3 maps. You made them look silly on map 1. That's fantastic. But again,
Not many teams embarrass DRX.
no, it is a very, very short list. And it did wake him up. But now we sit at 12 to 6.
I said the answer has just been perfection from DRX, honestly.
Yeah, it has been.
Able to completely strip that game plan away from Leviathan. I'll be actually a miss on the initial, but Melzer TP's across and it's an immediate nope. They're going to back away from this now.
Here.
Now where do they take this? Heavier stack this time towards that seaside kind of garage window positioning. Only 1 towards A. Zest. Full faith in the post plant if they need it in the retake. And the
They
site
have that
says
lockdown, so
exactly that. They have plenty to play with, but actually they're reaggressing early. Zest's gone back in the double dip. Flashed up, tagged up, put down. Quick connection though for Stax though. This is looking like it's his site. Has to respect the ult coming in. Has to fall away now.
Verso does still have the aftershock though. Should be able to deal with this nice and quickly. There you go. Going to be completely ripped away. And now you question some of the utility that DRX are lacking on this. It's a judge on the retake, an operator in the hands of Stax. RB doesn't even have a dash here.
And I've seen this before. Last time they only had pistols.
Don't have the paranoia though, so there's a lot more
Now
to clear.
Shy has to be forced forward. There's a drop down. It's working again. Surely they shut this down this time. Buzz, Stax, Buzz still trying to fight it out. Buzz doing everything he could. Not
Oh,
this time.
fuck. I'm
Leviathan
watching the
learning
match.
on the job. 7 for them now.
Sorry.
2 rifles kept across.
It's so interesting.
Echo still 3 off the tour of 4, so we'll just be
Yeah,
right
I'm
to
here.
settle for. Torek still feeling fairly comfortable, but there's a slight oversight here. Maybe assuming that Adverso's been the aftershock up, but it was one of those key factors to consider with that Killjoy versus Breach face-off. Which is maybe why we see Zest dip his toes a little bit. Maybe look for that kill onto Adverso. Right, at least feel as if they've found a point of weakness. Try and isolate a duel here on A, but immediately back away on the back of RB showing presence with the operator.
Dude, I'm hungry.
Backing towards Buzz's reality. Marco, obviously not too far away either, but they have avoided the 3. Learning the utility stack as well. Buzz has to respect it. Falls away from Garage and gives it up. 2 towards the site and rotations en route. Leviathan still need to get past these 2. Have been very, very solid at holding this.
Mako's timing on his paranoids has been insane. He slows this hit down once again. Leviathan have to re-dig through, but Adverso's going to find the opening.
And against the odds, against potentially numbers now, you got support coming in this way. This flank in middle could be big, and actually they're peeling away. They've hit the emergency button. They're bailing out. The TP's come in. Leviathan are winning the fights, and they're actually going to potentially take this to 8. Stacks and RB. Probably not loving the idea of getting involved in this. Might just want to keep what they've got, but I mean, they could try and do a little bit of chip damage here and there, but lovely turn of events for Leviathan, looking way more mobile here.
On the back attacker as well. I think relaying some key information with that late lurk. Forces Melzer to use that TP, find the space towards 8. Actually, RB.
Are they seriously going to lose this?
Having dealt with it. It's just chaos that ensues for Leviathan, and they come out the victors here, or the benefactors of creating that situation. Again though, Marco, like I said, the timing of his paranoias has been on point here. It's making it so difficult, and that's maybe why we don't see Leviathan fully commit to that hit behind it. I was going to say, please RB, take the shot. You saw the barrier, it's always awkward when you got the operator tucked into a corner, but should be able to scrape together a purchase here. DRX may be considering
Final
one more slip through with the timeout being called. Or it's not going to be a...
Hey, give me a second, I'm going to check on the food.
RB drop one across, there'll be light shields and quick glance over the utility. I mean, should be there or thereabouts. The RB took any damage anyway, so... But maybe feeling the heat a little bit here, because there's another one where Leviathan have found space. Taco, again, you've got to credit him in that situation, being the one to relay that information. DRX so desperate to rotate an extra man across to stop some of these hits. The thing as well is when Leviathan have shown these executions, it's pretty much 4 or 5. It's never 1 or 2
No,
probing.
it's not
for
just
an
like a little, you know, attempt at anything. It is committed. So not, it's hard to kind of play to. So for DRX, oh, this is the last timeout in regular time they're going to be able to call. So you're hoping for their sake they can really lock down the game within this. And I do want to see that buy coming in, because again, the money's not perfect, but it's enough to put something together. Again, this does open up a chance for Leviathan here. Be able to fashion something. It's a little bit flaky around the edges, but a lot of light armor. But it's still pretty usable.
Problem being is that now a little offset, off kilter I should say, in terms of the money across the board. And we're in round 21, Lauren, so...
This is the battle to start at RB. Ooh, he doesn't swing that deep. Taco is on the other side! And that's the start the Leviathan would have wanted. Buzz tested. Shorty noted. And the switch out. Trying to bait him in on the angle if they have to, but Buzz just going to respect it and fall away for now. Is Marco walking long right now? Melzer is on the other side of this. And he's waited so patiently. They're starting to read into the, not necessarily desperation, but the probing plays that DRX are bringing out.
There's pause for thought here, just allowing that pressure to build. DRX desperate to get some sort of indication as to what the end goal of Leviathan is. Taco still posted up, just holding the A push.
This was something that echoed back to Ascent. We were so
Yep.
impressed by their capability to punish DRX, who are exceedingly good at this sort of stuff. And now we're seeing similar scenes, but it's like a 5v1, whichever site they go to. Buzz, this is
He's gonna have
hard.
his hands full.
Yeah, not an easy situation. You're gonna need mistakes for this to work out. One goes in, and it's not gonna go well. There you go. Shy's got him. Stax makes his appearance on the site. Needs more, gets more. No! Come on now, Stax, getting a little overzealous. And Taco's watching along. It's 9 now. Leviathan with 3 standing too.
I mean, call it overzealous. He caught the headshot. They almost lined up the 3rd kill as well. Damage done, but not going to matter at this point. Leviathan have already got themselves a little bit of a cushion to work with.
Goddamn.
It's pixel perfect as well.
Yeah. Wow.
So a couple of mistakes now starting
It's
to show.
tense. It's tense
I mean,
out there, Mike.
3 rounds. DRX, you've got to argue conceding this next. So Leviathan will find their 10th, and that's when it gets awkward if this purchase isn't there.
Yep.
Leviathan now can play a couple of scrappy rounds out. They can invest a few bodies for trades here. They haven't got to worry about the finances.
Right.
Showstopper online as well. Tour de Force available. In a really solid position here.
Just no mistakes. Name of the game, right? Just no mistakes. Keep it clean. Leviathan can close that gap. Looks like the exploration towards that A side has begun. 3 of them looking towards long. Zest fancying like he wants to at least get a spot towards middle, see if anything has been happening here. But again, DRX operating somewhat in the dark. They don't particularly have a fantastic buy this round, so it is a little lacking here and there, to say the least.
Leviathan's so cautious here in approach. I don't want to give away any indicators to DRX either, barely any utility investing. By the time it does come through, they've already got themselves site control.
Okay.
Looking towards one of those retakes once again. I mean, it was on a Thrifty previously, Lauren.
Never doubt it with these boys. There's something about them. These positions on this map, on this site. The spike is down.
They're coming up for this fault line again, I think, from Stax.
Yep. It's becoming legendary at this point. Surely they've learned by now. You can see everyone sitting a little bit deeper this time, and you're right. Adverso can sit a little bit more tucked in. It's only a 1-for-1 trade. RB trying to close the gap. Zest did take him down. Now that deeper hold is in place, but they've got to keep their eye on the spike. This is where Tragedy could strike. This is where it all could go wrong. Taking him off the defuse by just popping the ult. Just the audio cues enough. Then posts it, then sends it. And Leviathan are actually holding it down this time. Stax has been great, but a 1v3 I think is a little out of his hands. And we're at double digits now. Leviathan weather the storm.
The concern being here, I was talking about that rhythm, the purchases. It's going to be really awkward. If Leviathan actually win this out, they have a massive opportunity. I mean, the ults are the only thing standing between DRX and being in a dire situation in terms of the purchase in the next. Leviathan really able to whittle away at the defenses here. A real war of attrition between these two teams here on Haven.
Is this a mid push? There's 2 people walking mid right now. This is so all in. RB's walking down.
Well, they're going to find the spike outside a window here if they go deep enough.
They're all committing. Stax is behind him too.
It's a brilliant read. Leviathan, where they've looked to slow down here and just hold deeper. DRX looking to punish that.
Said it was tense before. This is something else. Patience being shown on either side, and surely question marks starting to rise. Curious as to what's going on, where the players are. No contact heard, no shots found, not a smoke committed.
There's 3 members of Leviathan thinking, there's nobody picking A. What's going on here?
How
so
am
they're
I
almost going to read this as an A stack.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It could be. Any indicators, anything. Given.
Let's watch this match.
And this is where, there it is. There's the spot. Shy's got to at least see.
I don't even care if it's still
Maybe
hot.
no, yeah, that's definitely going to know more. And I think Buzz might have, I don't know if Buzz shot then or if just someone shot near, but they've got to have an idea of what's going on. Yeah, absolutely. DRX are now in trouble. They've been found.
That's two noted. Zest actually playing very deep towards spawn here. And actually the Rolling Thunder invested towards mid, but Zest is key in this
They're
scenario.
on
He's
A.
got the Hunter's Fury. He's going to try and deny this plant.
Let's see. You hear it now. There's the
Show
aggressive
you
Targo
what?
Respected King has to be on red alert as well. Make sure no one in
the
that meantime comes any
fucking
closer to this
fuck,
RB.
man.
Up and over we go. Doesn't get it. Wanted more than that. Now the sports here in ICO.
Wait, the cam isn't working.
Shy creeping
What
ever
the actual
closer. They have no
fuck?
idea this is coming. And again, he could be the one to destroy so much of this over. Confidence from Tarko and just in the right measure of it as well. And they pour in there. No
Is
idea.
that a pass?
Oh no! It's a tragedy in the making. RB's done well, and RB still turned it. It ain't over yet. Melzer and Shy.
Well, that sucks. The cam isn't working.
Take him on. Time is of the essence, and he has so little of it left.
Because I fucked with the fucking cable.
You gotta check on this. He's trying to get the fight. He's got it halfway.
So that
did
sucks.
everything he could, and Shy.
But the food looks
keeping
amazing.
Leviathan in this.
Jesus
They are not out of it
fucking
yet. It's
Christ,
11
man.
to 12.
You're actually
One more
annoying.
round of regulation.
To show
I'm
everything.
sure that they've drawn out so many ultimates from DRX as well. The purchase is going to be there, but it's...
The phone isn't charging.
This isn't a full
Everything
purchase.
isn't
There's gaps
fucking
here,
charging.
shields, glass cannon from RB. What a round from Leviathan. So it's almost at the point where I'm thinking they're going to misread this into being an A-stack, but they wait out even longer. And credit to Shy there. Absolute diligence shown with the utility to re-clear through mid.
They're getting fired up
Wow.
now. But this is for all the marbles, right? It could all be for nothing. DRX could lock it down now and it's done and you move on. And it's only something you look back on once in a while. But take it to OT and the story could be different. We find out now, and you're right, that buy is shoddy from DRX. Early attempts made, and RB got a deeper angle here. They know that this is where Tarko likes to fall back to, and actually Leviathan are walking this way. Beauty of having that utility to try and clear, but a vulnerability shown. Can RB make it out in time? Noted, seen. They're going to try and apply a little bit more pressure, but where to? Instantly readjusting towards middle, looking towards Garage, and it's Buzz on the other side. A 5v4. Utility there. Tarko has to stand and finally loses.
kill.
Spike is now down in Garage.
Marco in position again. Paranoia going to slow things down. Buzz tucks himself onto logs here. Melzer's already drifted out. Long though. He's going to know one, but Buzz still wins it.
And now just two. Stacks gets punished. Shy still there. Buzz got to be careful now. The Spike back in hand. They've got chances, options, but still only 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Zest crests the corner and loses his life. Quickly beheaded. And now the 2v3. RB, Marco and Buzz want this over, want this done with, do not want OT. And Shy is clutching onto this with everything he has. Marco, a presence noted. Oh, a fight, and it's so risky, but the Spike's going down towards B. And Shy needs to buy time, keep King safe, protect the King at all costs. And the Knight's fallen. It's all on one. And what can King do with this? A 1v3 is so tricky to work out. And nothing is safe here, just around the corner, it's RB! And DRX in the final hour, in the final round, pull it back together. Leviathan faced tragedy, but DRX, man, they woke up.
Wow. I mean, the resilience shown here from DRX because Leviathan really took it to them here in this
Pushed
second
them,
half of Haven.
absolutely
pushed
pushed
them to
them.
the brink, the absolute brink. I mean, this was a broken purchase here in the final. The previous one really is where DRX were banking on coming through there. Credit to Leviathan. Again, the concerns coming out of map 2 were, was this an anomaly here in Ascent? But there's definitely depth to it. I mean, 9-3 on the half, by the way. A fantastic,
Call it what it is, yeah.
fantastic attack in half from Leviathan. But DRX, like I said, weathered the storm here on Haven.
Wow. Serious game coming in here, and I think maybe I didn't give enough credit to Leviathan, but coming out after that map 2, I was a little bit worried, thinking, oh, okay, maybe that map 1 was a glimpse of just things that could have been coming up in, the next time we see them, but no, they really brought this back to a fantastic game. Absolute belter here in the final one, really heating up in that second half. Right down to that final round. And this again, what a key moment for DRX.
I want to watch that A retake back on
good.
repeat.
You could.
At 0.25, just as many
just
times.
leave it.
Like,
A little bit of smooth jazz in the background
yeah.
just to talk you through it. Lovely.
It has no description. Literally only 3 episodes out. I want to watch The Boys, so I'm gonna end it here and watch The Boys.